Welcome back to my channel, Star Me With Love. Today I am here at CE Health in Crumlin to get my summer health and wellbeing check. Trevor and Mairead here at CE Health are going to be doing a health and wellbeing check with me. They're going to be checking my vitamin and minerals, what I'm deficient in, and then maybe recommending some products I can use to really up my health game. Today is all about Nourish Me With Love, so come along with me, and I hope this really inspires you to do your own health and wellbeing check and get in the best absolute form you can be for this summer. So guys, I'm here with Mairead and Trevor at CE Health, and I'm trying my first ever cup of CBD rich hemp tea. Trevor has been telling me all about this. What are the health benefits of this CBD tea, Trevor?
That's a good question. I like it myself because it's very calming and relaxing, and if you're uptight, it helps you unwind and sort of calm down, and reduces your cortisol levels and stress levels, and if you're having trouble sleeping at night, it'll help you sort of relax and go to sleep. Just general nice de-stressor.
Yeah, so it's a nice alternative to something like chamomile then as well.
Oh, well, yeah. Absolutely,
or peppermint
yeah.
even.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody's having kind of issues with a bit of anxiety, they're not sleeping particularly great, something like this would be a good way to start your kind of health and well-being journey.
I started CBD rich tea a couple of months ago because it's a very new product on the market. So I was quite stressed getting the business up and running. I have 3 children, which is stressful enough as it is. So I would take it a couple of hours before bedtime just to help me to unwind, and I started having a better night's sleep for it. So it just made me less anxious, calmed me down a little bit. So I find it really useful for me.
And that's the thing as well, I think people need to kind of look at these more natural remedies to calm things like anxiety, because anything that you can do naturally first is obviously, I think you should prioritise that first and then move on to kind of stronger things as is necessary. But this is a great way to start, is just a simple cup of tea at the end of the day.
Yeah, as naturopaths we always advocate food first, and we will try every avenue to get you eating healthy, to adjust your diet before that you have to go down the road of medication. Some people will need the medication, others won't. Others will find that a cup of tea will work as well for them.
Well, I'm like one of these people that I just think that tea fixes every problem, and my house is just full of ridiculous amounts of different teas. I love looking at what all the health benefits of teas are, because as soon as you start reading it more in depth, you're like, oh, I really want this. So it makes you crave it. You're like, oh, now I know it's doing all this good stuff to me. I want to have more of it. No, I'm completely tea addicted. But this is definitely one I'd love to add to my collection, I must say. The crazy tea lady taking more teas home. So everyone, I am going to get my vitamins and minerals check here with Trevor from CE Health, and I'm pretty excited really just to find out what kind of things I might be lacking in and what I can do to really make the most of my health and supplement those things. So Trevor is going to talk me through everything he's going to do here. It looks pretty scary, this machine, but I promise you it's very safe. So yeah, Trevor, can you tell me a bit about what this is going to do and how it's going to help us?
Okay, so what we've got here is a quantum resonance magnetic analyzer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically going to measure different magnetic resonance from your body, minute electromagnetic frequencies constantly changing within your body.
Okay.
This machine measures those and then compares it to a database it has of frequencies that are associated with good health, bad health.
Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're testing the magnetic field in my body,
basically,
and comparing that with a database that is then going to measure the nutrients and minerals. Is that right?
That's one of the things it does. Yeah, this machine does quite a lot more, but vitamins and minerals are what most people are interested in. So we'll start with those.
Okay.
And move on.
And see how we go. Yeah. Okay. Great. So everyone, I have put in my kind of, my height, my weight, date of birth, all of that. So this machine knows everything about, my background so far.
So what we'll do is we'll take this and hold it like this in your right hand.
Okay.
And I'll start the machine.
So it takes a minute to do. That's pretty, wow. So is this kind of...
Okay, so...
Oh, it's analysing my body. Yes. I'll have to show you guys this. This is amazing. It's like a little pulse.
Look at the sound out, yeah. So it's taking thousands and thousands of readings a second.
And it's so interesting because I can see my pulse on the screen, and it's what, scanning over, like I can see all my organs, scanning over everything. So this is the verdict time now. This is where we find out all the truths of how I've been treating my body. Is that right? Oh, the results are in.
Let's see.
So could you just explain to me the kind of the colour coding as well?
These are all the different vitamins.
Yeah.
Green is normal, that's where you should be. Blue is a little bit lower than normal. Yellow is a wee bit lower than normal again, and you want it, when it gets to yellow, you want to consider maybe supplementing with something.
Okay, and that could be food.
It could be food or supplements.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would tend to say if it's blue, I would supplement with food. If it's yellow, or worse than that, goes into the red, probably want to do food and supplements. At least until you bring back into the blue, and then maybe just work on food.
Okay.
But as you see here, we have 4 different vitamins that are in the yellow.
Yeah, we've got a lot of yellows here, so that would be what, fairly deficient, would you say?
Yeah. At a level where you want to sort of consider maybe supplementing.
Yeah.
B1, B6, D3, E and K. What I would call quite low.
That's interesting to see the B12 there is in the green, because I was actually put on B12 supplements by my doctor because I was deficient in it. So it's nice to see that. I can see now the B12 has come up a lot, which is good.
B vitamins are water soluble. If your body hasn't used them up in maybe sort of 6 to 10 hour window, they're starting to pass through the body and need to be replaced.
Yeah.
So you always need to be replacing your B vitamins. You don't try and get B vitamins every day.
And they're things that can be found in food as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially nuts and seeds and things like that.
Okay.
Vitamin A now, it's a fat soluble vitamin, so it's retained by the body. So you can maybe have quite a lot of it one day, and 3 or 4 days time, you're still there, being retained by the body.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you could have, say for example, a supplement, say on a vitamin A, because the body can hold on to that vitamin. You could take too much of it essentially, but something like the B vitamins pass through the body fairly quickly. They're water soluble, so they pass through the body, so you couldn't really overdo it on the vitamin B. So what's kind of the importance of the B vitamins then, if they do pass through our bodies very quickly and they don't hold on to the strength for very long? Why do we need them?
B vitamins are very important in the energy generation cycle.
Ah, okay.
And they're also very important for your nervous health and well-being.
And do you know what, that's really interesting to see actually, because I was suffering with really bad fatigue, I was suffering with really bad anxiety, and so I'm actually feeling a lot better now than I was, and that's maybe since I've been on the B12. Would you say that? I take that every day now. So.
If you are stressed, you will use B vitamins and magnesium an awful lot faster than somebody who's not stressed.
Vitamins B1 and 6, and vitamin E and vitamin K. So could you recommend some sort of foods or solutions to kind of up those ones?
I would try maybe nuts and seeds into your breakfast. You know, if you're having porridge, you can throw some sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, grind them all together, make wee cocktails and put them in with the porridge or your breakfast cereal. Well,
I love doing a bit of porridge decorating anyway, so that's what I do. And I do love pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds,
The vitamin D is a wee bit low, but we do live in Northern Ireland, so most people is a wee bit low, but again, a lovely day out in the sun.
That could go up.
10, 12 minutes in the sun, you'll find it goes up quite quickly.
Now we're going to have a look at the mineral side of things. I'm seeing a lot of green on this screen, which is filling me with joy, to be honest. I'm like, I don't look too unhealthy.
So if you look here, we've got 20 different minerals that it's measuring.
Yeah.
Important ones you can see, like iron and zinc and calcium are all in the green, but selenium is in the yellow. So,
and what is selenium? Because I don't know what that even is. I've never heard of it.
It's a very important mineral, really, because for thyroid function. You produce what's called T4 in your thyroid gland, and then that's converted into T3, which is the active form. But you need selenium to make that conversion. Right. So if you have low levels of selenium, you might be converting T4 to T3, and then you might be feeling a bit sort of less energetic, if you like, because or you have problems with weight control and stuff as well, because the thyroid controls energy, weight, lots and lots of things.
And that's interesting, because when I did get some bloods done a couple of months back, the doctor said that I came back with a low, something, not a low thyroid, but a low thyroid hormone maybe.
TSH maybe?
So it probably was tied in with that.
T4, yeah. Well, again, for selenium, if you were to have, say, maybe 2 or 3 Brazil nuts a day, that would get you your selenium for the day.
Oh, excellent. So that's 2 or 3 Brazil nuts, and then you could easily be helping your thyroid, activating your thyroid, is that right? Yeah.
That would cover you. I mean, you should try and get a couple of Brazil nuts a day anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's basically the best source for selenium.
Right, that's the #1 tip that's going in my diet right now.
You can eat them like just as a snack, or you can grind them, put them in the other nuts and seeds into your porridge again.
Fair enough, yeah.
Just don't go for the chocolate covered ones.
Oh, okay. I'll have to stay away from the chocolate Brazil nuts aren't included in this.
Again, this is quite good, because selenium is the only one that's in the yellow. All the rest are green and blue.
I know. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought there was going to be a little bit more there. I thought I would have at least one thing in the red.
Yeah, so, minerals, I think, are certainly a lot better than the vitamins were.
Yeah, there's a lot more greens in the minerals. It's almost like giving me a bit of a boost doing this. I feel like, I'm on the right track. Can you just tell me a little bit about why you decided to go down the sort of more natural route and becoming a naturopath?
My son, when he was only 5, was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma. I knew nothing about nutrition then, and I was actually an RE teacher, but he relapsed when he was only 7, and at that point we were advised to let him go. He wasn't going to make it, and his chances were 10% at best, so you can imagine it was quite horrific. So we needed the next batch of chemotherapy, and the hospital were giving him 10%, so I thought, right, well, I have to look into what I can do to make that 10% even more. So that's when I started studying nutrition and looking at diet and looking at what I could do to complement what the hospital were doing. And so that's when I started training naturopathic nutrition, and I also went over to London to train in cancer, chemotherapy and beyond, so I can help other people with the same issues.
And so that's absolutely lovely that you have found the power of food and supplementation and being able to adjust your diet to help with healing, even though it's not the only healer, but it has a massive factor.
It has a massive factor, yeah. I just wanted to not say to clients, right, take this and take that, without knowing that I was doing them more harm than good. I wanted to be able to help them alongside the chemo.
The main reason why it's so important for people to come and see you and actually speak to you guys as health advisors, because anybody can walk into a health food shop and buy some supplements that they've read about on the internet, but it's actually doing the checks and knowing people's backgrounds, which makes you guys being able to obviously recommend the right thing for somebody. That's where your advice is so needed.
As a nutritional therapist, that's really part of our job, not just telling you what to do, but educating you as to why you do it and what the benefits are.
Exactly. So me coming here and you explaining to me this is why this would be good for you, then I can go away and be like, well, that's my responsibility to now make the effort to have more of that kind of thing.